guys, it's Simplicity and welcome back to Build With Me at part 6. So in the last part, we did the kitchen and the dining room area over here. And I actually really like how it came out. And then we added some curtains over here to this one window. So we are going to start off by doing our living room. So I'm going to go ahead and take this little base game TV here and just kind of kitty corner it over here. Because I feel like that's going to be probably the best spot to put the TV, and I'm feeling the smaller ones kind of suiting the area a little bit more. And I don't really have a whole lot of plans of what I want to do with the living room yet. But we will have to wait and see. What do I have that we could use? I have an L-shaped couch. This one right here, but I think could actually do like pretty good in this area. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this around and put that here, and then we'll turn if my game would let me. Okay, so then you can turn it around like this, and then it's an L-shaped couch. And it just, I don't know, I love the looks of L-shaped couches. I don't feel like they're like the best thing in the world, but like I do really like them. And I don't use them a whole lot for my Sims. So like this is what the L-shaped couch would look like. Obviously I don't have it entirely lined up properly, but I think that's what we're gonna go with, is probably the L-shaped couch, just because I feel like it takes up a good amount of space and looks really good in this area. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this little kind of chocolate brown kind of couch area like this. I didn't feel like doing a white couch, and that's typically all I really do is white, but I'm kind of really liking the looks of the brown. I'm gonna try and like connect this to how it's supposed to be. Okay, no. This is why I don't do L-shaped couches very often, because they come in parts and then I have to like fiddle around with it trying to make it work. But I do really like how it looks. And I did leave a little bit of space by the window just because I don't really like how it looks whenever you have like a couch like pushed up against a wall. And then I think we're gonna go ahead and add in a rug over here, because I'm not gonna be doing a coffee table. It's too small of an area for me to add one in, so I feel like a rug's probably going to be the best option. I'm kind of looking for a bit of a smaller rug, as this is a smaller area, so as you can see, something like this, which is, I believe, a 4x3? Or is it a 5x3? Something like that. These rugs are probably all going to be too big for what I'm looking for, as much as I love them and how they look. They're just going to be a little bit too big, as you can see, because they're not really going to fit the area how I'm wanting. So I'm needing a bit of like just a smaller rug in general. I do have a pretty standard size of 5x3 on my rugs, which is obviously going to be too big. So I'm not really sure how we're going to make this work, unless I miraculously have a smaller rug somewhere. I don't like that one. That one's like a door mat. That's what I was after. It was a doormat. I was gonna say a door stopper, and I'm like, nope, that's not right. There's this one. And that one's too big. I do love this rug, though. I think it's gorgeous. But it's just like one square too big. So that one's probably not going to be able to work. There is one rug that I'm thinking of that I know would fit perfectly. I just don't remember what it looks like, because I do have one rug in my game that is a bit on the smaller side. So trying to find it is probably going to take a little bit. No. We have this one here, which is like a flower. This is one I was looking for. So this rug is tiny. It does fit quite nicely in the area without taking up a whole lot of space. And it comes in, I think it's 2 different things, but this is by imsysimsy, Sims 4. I'll have it linked in the description. But it comes in 2 different colors. So there is the black and white one that you guys are seeing right here. And then there is this one that has like the blue tinges in it, which is the one I'm going to use, is the one with the blue. And I'm going to reposition the rug a little bit so that it's like more so under the couch. Like that. See, that one fits quite nicely. And then I am actually going to add in some plants. I believe I said in the last part that it wasn't a house that I saw that was like a lot of plants, which is still not going to be. But I want to add something into this area. So I'm going to put some flowers on the dining room table, because that's typically what I tend to do. And then we'll add this little plant kind of thing over here by the TV. I don't know what it is, but we're going to roll with it. And then I do want to add in a little bit of something behind the TV for artwork, because I feel like that just looks so empty. Like, I don't know. Like, it looks very homey, but that one wall looks very empty to me. So I'm going to go into wall decor and see what we can find. Again, I am going to let it kind of warm up a little bit. And we could do the sunflowers. Kind of like right there. Add a bit of a pop of yellow, which I actually don't mind. I kind of like it. And then for this area over here, it's very open concept, but I was thinking this could be where we add in the computer and the desk. Just because I don't really want to take up room in the rooms for computers and such, and I don't really have anything else that I can think of to add in. So I feel like this would be the perfect spot. I'm kind of wishing that I had like an L-shaped desk that I could actually make this like work. But I don't actually have one. But maybe I'll have to go on like a custom content download, see if I can find an L-shaped desk. Because an L-shaped desk would look perfect over here, and that's actually what I have. I have my own L-shaped desk for everything, but like as you guys can see, like an L-shaped desk would look so good over here. And sadly, it wouldn't function if I tried to make my own. So maybe I'll have to go on a little bit of a custom content shop and see if I can find an L-shaped desk. Or I could do it for the sake of the decor and not have a working desk. Like, even something like that's fairly cute. But I don't think it would be able to function, so I'm not going to go ahead and do that. But, I think maybe we'll use this desk here from Generations and just put it in white. It's the surface of a Prussian desk. And then we can go ahead and add in a bit of a desk chair. I'm probably going to use the one here from, I think this is from Pets. It tends to be the one that I use the most if I don't use the one from the high-end loft stuff. But I do really like the one from Pets. I feel like it just looks so comfy. And then I'll just use this little base game computer and just put that down right there. And then I am going to add in a little bit of a bookshelf, I think. So maybe we'll use the... I do like the looks of this little like small corner one. But I kind of want something to add a bit of height and dimension to this corner. So I think we're going to go ahead and use, I think this is the 21st century bookcase. Something along those lines. And, because I don't know, I want to add in some height. Because I feel like everything just looks so small, other than like the china cabinet. But I do like how it looks having just like a bit of height in that area. And then we'll go ahead and add in maybe like a bit of a reading nook. Over here, just kind of like a little bit of like a study area or something like that. I could see this as like a single parent or like young adults preparing for university. Just kind of something along those lines. Or even like a perfect like starter family home. But I do feel like a little bit of like a reading nook would look quite cute. So I'm going to use these eggshell chairs, I think is what they are. Not sure what pack they're from. but I think they're cute. And then we can go ahead and add in another bit of a rug over here. If you guys haven't noticed, I do tend to really like my rugs and what they can do to add just a little bit of something into an area. And I could use a bigger rug over here as well, but I don't want something that's going to be like eye-catching and distracting. I kind of want more so of like a neutral rug over here, and then maybe whenever we get up to like the bedrooms, we could do something that's a bit more like crazy and out there. I feel like that could be kind of cool. That's another thing that I wanted to ask, because I believe I asked about the tile floor for the kitchen, but I am filming this video right after I filmed the last part. I was wondering what kind of like style I should do the bedrooms in, because we will be starting off the bedrooms in the next part after this, probably, I think, if I don't do like a bit of a break in between for like a current household update. But like the next part of this, so part 7, should end up being whenever we get into doing the bedrooms. So just let me know what you guys think, like what style you guys would like to see, or if I should just kind of like decorate them the way that I would. I don't have any Sims in mind for this house as of late yet, so I couldn't even like really decorate it towards this style. But sorry, I'm like chatting. So I added in a little bit of a nightstand just to kind of add a little bit of a table over here. And then I'm just taking the base game painting and putting it behind here, because I don't know, I like that one. And then I do want to do a lamp, like a floor lamp over here. I think maybe we'll use this one here from University. I feel like it just kind of adds like a bit of style over here. And then I added in a floor runner, which I will have linked in the description, as long as I can find it. And then I'm going to go ahead and hop into Pet Essentials and take a toy crate and just kind of add that over here against the wall by the stairs. Just because I feel like honestly that's probably the best spot for it. And then if we go ahead and jump back into lamps. Sorry you guys, I'm like kind of waiting for it to load up so I can actually like scroll through. But I really like how this area looks. I think it's kind of cute. And it's not something I would typically do in most of my Sims houses, so that always makes it definitely better. So you guys, my game is like having a little bit of lag. Oh, that's why. Okay. My game wanted me to save. Okay. So I went ahead and just saved a little bit off camera, and then we can go back looking through all of these lights to see if I can find the ones that I'm looking for. I could use the pot lights, actually. Okay, so I'm going to take the pot lights and add them up above the stairs, just to kind of add a little bit of light, so that you can actually see where you're going. I realized I haven't been putting lights in all too much, but I do really like these pot lights. I'll link them in the description if you guys are interested, because I use them a lot in my house. And then I think I said something about changing up how the stairs looked. So I was kind of wanting to blend the stairs in with the color of the floor. Now, I'm not sure how well that's going to look, because if you guys have ever watched one of my builds, I do tend to leave these stairs just plain white. I don't tend to play around with the color on them all too often. I just tend to leave them like how they came and go along with it, because I feel like it goes quite nicely. But I do kind of want to change it up and do like a wood stair. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find what I'm exactly looking for that's going to blend in with the actual stairs that we have. But I can definitely see and what I can do. But I think I'm going to go ahead and play with this a little bit off camera, and then we will be right back. Okay, so we are back, and I figured out something for the stairs. So I used the pattern that I think is typically normally red, and then I'll leave the hex code down in the description. Because I don't know. I actually found something that I kind of like that works, and I only changed up the stairs. I didn't change up like the railing or anything along those lines. And I am having a little bit of lag, so I'm sorry. But I'm going to go ahead and do the bathroom that's downstairs over here as well. It's just off of the kitchen, and we do need to add some light in here. But I'm going to go ahead and take the same pot lights that we used on the stairs and just kind of place them into the bathroom once my game decides that it doesn't want to freak out anymore. I should honestly probably save it again, because whenever I'm like lagging, as long as I save it, we are typically okay, and then hopefully it won't crash. Hopefully. But, okay. So I'm going to add in some of these pot lights. Maybe we'll do 2 of them. I feel like that adds enough light. And then we're going to go ahead and jump into build mode so that we can pick out some walling and flooring for the bathroom. I'm kind of thinking of doing a tile floor, which is what I typically do. And then I haven't figured out what I want to do for the walls, whether I'm thinking paint or tile or what I want to do. But we're going to go ahead and do a tile floor, and I'm going to let that load on up. I do have some custom ones, so I'll probably maybe use them, or I'll just use the plain white tile that came with the base game. As you guys know, that tends to be the one that I use. Either the white or the brown from the base game. But, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and test this out and see what some of these tiles look like. Now, I haven't looked at some of these tiles, so I'm not entirely sure where they all came from. But I kind of really like this one here. So I think we're going to roll with that, and then I'm going to copy it upstairs to the bathroom upstairs as well, which is the one that's just kind of the little awkward room that's like in the middle of the 2 bedrooms. But I feel like a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom house is pretty good. Because I think we'll be able to fit a shower in the downstairs bathroom. I feel like it's big enough. And then for the walls, okay, so I think I'm going to do a tile wall. So I'm going to take the, maybe not that one. I know what I'm like looking for. I'm just trying to figure out a wall that's going to work. Okay, this could work. So I'm going to take the first tile wall here, this like blue one, and we are going to go ahead and go into create a style, and I'm just going to load up my tiles and mosaics. I have some custom tiles that I'm not sure where they came from, but there is some nice ones that you can use from the base game. As you can see, that one, it's like a colorful like red one. It looks really nice. But I'm kind of liking this look here. It kind of looks like a subway tile. But I am kind of liking it, if I'm completely honest. And I think I'm just going to make it white. Okay, so the white actually has a bit more pink in it than I want, so I'm going to drag white over. Okay, so now it just looks like a plain wall. But I'm going to darken up that middle color so that it's kind of like an off-white, and maybe bring it more towards like a gray sort of tone. Like this. How do we feel about that? Doing like a kind of more gray tone tile. So I kind of like it, if I'm completely honest. I do kind of want to do something just a tad darker like this maybe. Because then you can see that it's more so like a gray tone. But I really like this, and I'll see if I can find it. It's probably on my Tumblr, so I'll see if I can find it, and if I can, I'll link it in the description. I'm hoping I'm able to. But I'm going to go ahead and take the eyedropper tool and just put this wall all over the bathroom, just like this. And I actually really like how that looks, if I am honest. I'm kind of like a really big fan of this, and normally I don't do tile walls in my bathroom if I'm doing a tile floor, but I do really like it. And then we can go ahead and jump into the bathroom stuff. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so off camera, I just changed it so that we didn't have the kitchen color above the door for the bathroom. So now it's that same kind of like greeny color. But we're going to go ahead and jump into the bathroom category. And I'm going to go ahead and start off with probably a shower so that I can see if I can make it work. The showers that I do tend to like to use is the ones right here from Pets. I know I tend to use a lot of pet stuff, but I do really like these showers, and I like the looks of them, and I feel like they just kind of add quite a bit of elegance, and they're not super expensive either. And then I typically will just go for the second preset color and just kind of roll with that. And then for the toilet, I always use the porcelain throne, so I'm going to put that across from the shower right here. And then if we hop into accents, I'm going to go ahead and place down a toilet paper roll, because I like to add a bit of realism, and I feel like it's kind of weird if you don't have that, even if it's a Sims. So there we go, we have a toilet paper roll. And then we could go ahead and add in maybe a mirror somewhere. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to full on make it work with the window right here, but it could be possible. I could do like a side kind of mirror. Maybe not. Okay, but I do want to add in a sink, of course. So I'm going to go ahead and add in, maybe I'll do this custom sink and then I'll link it in the description because I feel like it kind of fits the theme of this house. I was going to move the window, but I actually kind of really like what it is. So I think we'll leave that like that. And then I'm going to just kind of rotate the shower a little bit. Maybe. No, I'm going to leave the shower the way that I originally placed it down. So the door for the shower is like facing the toilet. And then as you can see, we do have an empty spot here in the middle of the wall. So I could place a mirror in there, but I do kind of want to place down some more like accents, I guess. If there's any that I feel like could fit in here. Okay, I'm actually going to go ahead and place down a mirror. So I'm going to go ahead and use maybe this one from Seasons. No. What one do I want to use? I'm going to use this one here, this circle mirror, which I'll link in the description. Because I don't know, I like the looks of the circle mirrors lately. That's kind of like my thing. And then there. So now we have a bathroom. So one bathroom is now complete. And we have now done the entire downstairs, you guys. So this is what we're looking like right now. I didn't go in and change the colors for this little area over here. And I don't really like how the rug looks now that I go back to it. So we're going to go ahead and hop into clear to style for the chairs now that we have the bathroom done. And I'm kind of thinking of doing kind of like a muted flower kind of thing. I don't really know. I just know that I want to add some sort of pattern onto the chairs of some sort. But I don't want it to be like a super busy pattern either, because I feel like the super busy patterns are like very distracting. So like this, for example, I feel like that's a very busy pattern. So you guys, I'm like playing around. Ooh, I like that one. Okay, so I think I'm gonna roll with this kind of like blue flower pattern kind of thing here. I think that could work quite nicely. And then for the table, I think I'm gonna make it just the darkest brown that comes with it, maybe. What we could do, no, I think I'm going to go with a white wood. Like leave the natural green white, like wood that was on it, but switch that up to white. And then I do want to change up the color of the bookshelf as well, just because it's like so orange. Okay. So what do I want to do for the bookshelf? I could do like a natural dark. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to go with one of the natural presets on it, just one of the dark woods like this. And then if we hop into the wall stuff again, I want to add something in above the toy crate, just because I feel like that looks so empty. I don't know what I want to add in there though. That's a good question. What do I want to add? Okay, so I'm just going to let my paintings kind of load up here again and see what we can find. But, yeah, I think after this, I'm just going to go ahead and wrap up this part, because I feel like we've been filming for a while. It's been, according to my phone, like 26.5 minutes. So I think that's enough. I like that. That's kind of cute. But I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this part here, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this part. If you did, you can go ahead and hit that like button down below. If you guys want to see some more videos from me, you can subscribe. And if you're already subscribed and want notifications for when I post, you can go ahead and hit that bell down below. Social media links are in the description. Hexcodes and CC used will also be in the description. And I can't wait to see what else we can do with this house. And yeah, I think that's about it. We completed the downstairs. And I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye, guys. Watching it end again and again. I feel it in waves, you follow me. Drifting to places I should leave.